everyone. So we're back again. You're in third year now, and you have me again, Mrs. Goodyear here again. I'm going to be taking you as a whole year group up until we get back to school, whenever that might be. So things are going quite well. I've been very pleased with how people have been working away on their drawings at home and submitting them. There's a handful of people who are doing absolutely everything, top quality, handing it in on time, which is excellent. Still some people not doing it at all or looking at the assignments. I would appreciate everyone trying to engage with this because you're off school, I understand that, but we need to try to keep your skills up, and we need to try to, even if you can just do a bit of drawing, it's going to really help you when you come back to school. Anyway, right, so what I'm going to do today is try and do another quick demo about what it is I want us to work on for this week's work. Okay, so you know from your timetable when you are able to see me or speak to me, it's the 2 different periods in the week. I've not got the timetable in front of me, which is silly, isn't it? But the 2 different portions a week that you're down for art, that's when I will be online, and you can message me with questions, or you can submit work anytime you like, but that's the time I'm going to be available to help you if you have any dilemmas or technical issues you want me to chat you through or whatever. So we did an insect last week, really nice drawing from so many people. I'm still working on my drawing. I could very quickly click back a page and show you. This is where I got to, and I've made like a time-lapse video of that, which I'm quite pleased with actually, but because I've not completely finished the insect, I want to try and completely finish it and then put it on. I know it's you know, it's probably about 3 hours worth of work. It is quite a detailed drawing, but it could be good for any of my kids, I suppose, my hires and that, to look at too, which is why this little process of working on YouTube and so on has been really great, because, you know, I can share this with all the kids at school that want to have a look, rather than just 1 year group. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you abstracting something. Now, when we draw for accuracy, you know, that's all very good. Observational work is good for just getting your proportions and shapes right, just so you can make a drawing that you're proud of. But sometimes you can take a drawing and you can abstract it towards something else, which could then be quite useful in design. So this is just the kind of thing I was just doing with my second years before we left school. We were doing mask design, and I was getting you to select shapes from Gaudi's buildings and try and turn them into a mask design. Now, it's the start of the design process, and I would like to try and do a little bit of work on that with you now in third year. Okay, forget about Gaudi, we're not thinking about him, we're just thinking about insects. But what I'm going to get you all to do today is this. Okay, so you need a ruler. I hope you've all got a ruler at home. If you don't, you're just going to have to use a straight edge of something. I'm going to make a box on my page, and I'm going to make it 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres, just because that's nice and easy. And look how I'm going parallel to the edge of my page. Look at the gap here, train tracks, so that's how I know I'm going to get 90 degrees, as close to as possible, you know. Down here, my 20 centimetres, this is always the tricky bit. Why don't I do this side first, and then that way I'm going to know that my lengths are correct. So 20 down here, and 20 across here, there we go. So join these up, and I should have a nice box. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw something insecty in this box, but we're not going to put any shading or any tiny textures. We're just going to do line only. Now, I've got a whole load of images you can see here of insect heads, because I thought they were quite interesting. Okay, insect heads, or you could go with insect wings, and I've got close-ups of wings here. So you choose what it is you want to study. It does need to be quite complicated though. Something like that I think is going to be perhaps a little simple, but I don't know actually. It might work. It's me doing my Madonna Vogue. I'm trying to think about how that's going to transpose. Anyway, you pick a picture that you would like to study. I think I'm going to go with a head today, just because I was really into my wings the other day and I didn't really see the bee's head. So I'm going to choose quite a complicated head that's got interesting shapes in it. What are we going to go for here? This is the problem. This is where I get all, I could do this, could do that. I'm going to go with this guy here. Ugh. All right, so what we're going to do is a line drawing. So we're not going to spend forever on this. Again, remember how I did it last time with you. Look at where the thing is in your square and then where you need to put it in this square here. So this big buggy eye is right over to the left, this big buggy eye is right over to the right. This bit down here is lower down. There's a triangle going on here. Whoops. A triangle going on here. And it's ever so slight curve here between the two buggy eyes. And look at how these shapes go back and back. And then this bit down here has got lines that curve here and here. Okay, so I'm going to guesstimate. There's top to bottom. The buggy eye is roughly halfway. Oh, Miss Esgage, yeah, sort yourself out. My daughter would be laughing at me. I just want the picture. There we go. Okay. So halfway from here down to the bottom. Right. This is where most people doing this kind of thing would stop the video and start again. But I cannot be bothered because I don't care if I sound good or not. I just want to get through this. I am not aiming for presenter of the year. All right, so here we go. Here to here, roughly here, I think, is the buggy eye. Look at the curve. Buggy eye here, and there is a little line here and across, and we've got a curve here. See that curve? And then here we've got another buggy eye. And look at how it curves underneath and over. Oh gosh, you really are ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Like that. Now I'm going to put the rest of these shapes on. Look at this big weird, I suppose these are the mandibles, is that the correct? The bit where they eat. What a beautiful day it is outside. Unfortunately, I think that plays kind of havoc with what the screen looks like, however. So look at this curve. Okay, and then this is going straight across and down here. I can see already that this is a little bit wrong, but you know, I'm not going to start this again. We're kind of trying to fit everything in together with this life that we're leading right now, aren't we? I'm doing this for you, for your schoolwork this week, but right now my daughter's inside needing my help with something, and the dogs want fed, and etc, etc. So I'm just going to make the best of this that I can. It's a little bit, see, really that's a bit deep. Can you see that? See how that there and then that is too deep. So maybe what I could do to rectify that bit, just come up here and I could just slim this down, this bit, make these mandibles a bit bigger. That'll help my problem a little bit. See, this is the thing about drawing. Whenever you get anything a bit wrong, rather than just going, oh, that's all wrong, you need to think to yourself, right, well, how can I adjust it to make it a bit better? I think, where's me rubber? Panic at the Disco, where's me rubber? Where's me rubber? That was a song, by the way. Where's me jumper? Many years ago. Panic at the Disco, bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, where's me jumper? Okay. I'm feeling like a fool. But do you know what? I'm not starting this video again. Should I put this on YouTube? That is the big question. Hey, it is what it is. Right, so there you go. There's me getting that shape a little bit better. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. All right, so here we go. Up here for these weird bits going on up here. This is a very interesting creature. Segmented up into kind of blobby shapes. It's like a blobby shape here. It goes up and it goes down and comes around like this. Nice and light with your lines. There's another blobby shape. Kind of like there. So the angle, remember when we looked at this the other day, angle of that bit, angle of that bit, angle of this bit, angle of this bit, angle even of these, or this strange hole. For some reason I have an image in my mind of being eaten up by something with these huge big mandibles opening up. Sort of horror story. Okay, so there we go. Let's go out like that and like this. So we can put some pattern into the drawing. We'll put some pattern in, okay? Make it a bit neater than mine. Try not to make it quite so hairy. You want to see the lines nice and clearly, but I'm kind of trying to rush now so that you see what to do. And then we can just see the edge of a leg over here that comes down, and then we see something over here. Try and get this in, because if your drawing's too plain, the next part is not going to work very well. Right, there's a little patch inside there, and a little patch there. And then we could even get these bits. There's another bit over here that goes up and over, comes out the other side, that yellow band or that creamy coloured band. All right, so I think we're done. I'm just going to double check. Right, that bit there needs a bit more. I'm going to make that angle a bit better. And this needs, there's a strange thing in here. I don't know quite what that is. Some crazy sci-fi looking thing. You can imagine it opening up and the big sucker thing coming out and stabbing you in the forehead. Look, ooh, it's like a door. And there's a weird bit here, like a sort of round bit and a round bit. And there we go. That will do. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. A line drawing of a head, of a wing, whatever. Next step, this is the scary bit, which you're probably not going to like. Nobody ever likes doing this until they figure out it's quite a lot of fun. You're going to divide up your page and you're going to put a big old grid over the top of this. So we did a 20 centimetre box. So what we're going to do is divide that nice and simply into something that goes well into 20. Well, 5 goes into 20 easily, doesn't it? 4 times. But 4, I think is going to be better, because if we make 5 centimetre squares, they're going to be a bit on the big side, and I want this to be a bit more detailed. So 4, watch what I'm doing. You should know how to do this neatly and carefully. You did this in, well, some of you did this in second year, it just depends how far we got on. 4, 8, 12, 16... Sorry, I wasn't pausing because I don't have my 4 times table. I was pausing because my phone just said low battery. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. You can see the bottom of the drawing's not got much going on in it. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. We might do something with that in a little while. I'll show you. Or we might just leave that bit out, I don't know yet. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, so you're going to do that. And then what I want you to do is draw a grid over that. And you could just do that straight away with pencil if you want, or do it in another colour if you want it to stand out a little bit more from your drawing. So here we go. Nice and heavy. Don't be scared about it. But please, for the love of God, match up your dots. So many people, when they do this, they match up here, they match up here, and then they go to draw their line and they go, whoop, oh dear, and they don't notice it and they get squint lines. I mean, come on guys, you're 3rd year now. I think you can manage to match up dots. Okay, so dot to dot, dot to dot, dot to dot, dot to dot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut these all out. Okay, there's the insect drawing with a grid over it, and I'm going to cut those out now.